Hello everybody, welcome on in. Hello to James West who came in with the first, and hello to everyone else. It's good to see you all again today. Welcome on into the Saturday stream. How's everyone been doing? I hope your weekend has been treating you well, whether it is the morning, afternoon, or night. For me, it's nighttime. My day has been quite good, now halfway through the weekend. But if it's morning for you, I hope the day is wonderful. Yes, welcome on in. I don't really have much that's been going on the last, 48 hours since we last saw each other? I do love that little pup cat. Or pop dog? Clickant looks more like a corgi. But yeah, like, not much has happened. I scheduled a lot more clips to go out onto the clips channel. I've only got, I think, 10 clips left on my computer that haven't seen the light of day. So I'm gonna have to convert a whole lot more into the new... well, not new, but into the vertical layout. The phone scrolly way. There's also a message I got on Twitch about stories. I don't know how long it's been sitting here for, but I have heard about it. It's a thing that they've added in, where it's basically, hey, look, you can share a clip or a video thing. And hopefully, okay, get to more people. Let's see, what are the eligibility requirements? Get ready for some high demand. Only available on the mobile app. Create a story from the following tab or via the creator mode. From the following tab, press the plus into creator mode. Choose camera, clip, or canvas. Subscriber only one. Create a story using clip. Use clips you made or clips from your channel. Select the featured clip and click on the export. So it doesn't actually look like... And it says who can create clips at launch. Eligibility to create a story will be limited to partners and affiliates with at least one stream of 45 minutes or longer. Okay, so essentially as long as you stream and you're in the affiliate status, you're good. That's kind of my understanding. So I might actually check that out. Alright, so apparently minimizing music is bad. But intro's done. Oh, wrong button. Head on over to our Stardew Valley. As I kind of said in the going live announcement, there is a chance this may be the finale. So we'll do our usual. We can summon our butterfly friends. The Junimos. The parrots. Say hello to the alien. Now, hopefully this song, like, well, this music set, it says it's copyright-free music, but you just never know. On On Tuesday, when I played Cyberpunk, and I played for like 9 hours. I played the one mix twice, and on the second run, it's lagged at saying, "Hey, you played Sonic, you shouldn't have." It's like, but that was on the second playing, not the first? What do you guys want? You want the golden thing. That's gonna be tough to get. Robin's building away. These guys want coral. Coral shouldn't be hard to get. I mean, I believe one of these chests up here already have some coral. There we go. We should buy more hay today. All the animals are quite happy. Junimos are all going quite well with the peppers. Like, it is quite satisfying for me to see how far along this has gone. It is very nice. I do believe we're going to need a lot more wood, though. Yes, James, how are you doing today, Mr. Cheeseburger? That actually also reminds me, I've got to share. Music might stop for a second. Because YouTube is being really dumb with how they're doing videos. For some reason, at the moment, if I click off a video, it's like, no, we're not going to let you keep playing this in the background. Beep, boop. Here's the vote. Completely forgot about sharing it. Is Marnie's just not open today? Where's this door go? (9 AM to 4 PM most days. So I'm guessing she's decided to go to the beach. Yeah, we need more recyclers in a lot of different areas. How much do resources does it cost for a recycler, though? Wood, stone, iron. Well, the secret forest usually has hardwood. So we can collect the hardwood, grind that down. And then even go through the areas, get more stone. Let's think. There's 4 seasons a year. 2 streams per season, so that's 8 per year, 16. This would be part 20. However, I do believe 2 of ours were in 3-week bursts. This would make it part 18 of this challenge. It's interesting just to think how far we've gone in this time. Defeat 50 bats or catch a bunch of rainbow trout. Let's do the bat one. Still working on the watering can. We do need to go see Mr. Key. He may finally have the quest I've been looking for. He also might not, but I'm willing to take a gamble on it. Coffee. None for you, Pierre. For those unfamiliar, I am not a big Pierre fan. Right, we do have some spaces for crab pots left. So I probably could create more crab pots. Alright, Prismatic Grange. And let's play Junmo card. Both of which are no thank yous. Alright, lost some of that unfortunately. Normally I don't like chopping down these trees, but I think the need for wood is too great. Also extremely thankful that, you know, we've got the Iridium Axe. It makes this a lot easier. And the shaving enchantment also makes us a little bit faster. Got 5 pineapple seeds. Yeah, so we have a whole bunch of tappers at the moment, so that way we can make a lot of cakes just to fill up one of the sheds. That shouldn't take too long. Realistically speaking, like, it should be done fairly quick. Especially with this stream being, like, the trees have already been grown for a little while. The ones up here have already harvested. We shouldn't... Well, it shouldn't take too long to be able to get... all that done. Like, all harvested and whatnot. Once the kegs are all grown, don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of the trees. Oh, sorry, the kegs are all made, not grown. Off to the mines. I'm not too sure which floor we... This is ice bats. I could always just Google Stardew Valley best floor for bats. Also, hello Snooky. I only just saw your message come in. How you doing today? Alright, so apparently there's no distinction of bat types. Get a coffee from the bat or the slimes. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Would you like a coffee locally sourced from slimes? I mean, it doesn't really sound like that good of a drink. I'm really finding... Right, this floor doesn't have bats, it has the skulls. Alright, so not floor 68, or 65 I should say. Try floor 40. Come on out, bats. Hey, Snooky, as a quick little update, we've only really got, I think it's 4 more fish to go into fish ponds, which means the fish pond journey will be ending tonight. Assuming I don't forget. I mean, I doubt I'll forget. But then I gotta wonder what else I'm gonna do. Like, as I said in my going live notification, I don't know if I will continue, like, this save file or not. I mean, I guess it all depends on what I can build and where. But it's like, I could build a couple sheds for, like, the wines. But it then also creates the question of, like, how far can I take this using automation? Like, technically with the automation mod, there isn't really an end. Like, same with base game. It's meant to make things a little bit quicker. Maybe a little bit easier. But there's only so far you can go until every day in the game becomes sleep. And it's, Like, the reason why I did the crab pots, I keep wanting to do, like, the Mr. Key quest, is because, like, there's only so much you can do, you know? I guess it would be interesting to see how much of a profit can be made. I felt bad for that one slime. Just... I don't know if it was this song or not that started with rumbling. Other way, I do not like rumbling. Okay, 100% this song. Alright, quickly store what I can. Throw away that sword. Winter Root, Dwarven Scrolls, Crystal Fruit, the Ghost Fish, and Taro Tubers. They aren't really needed. Hurricanes rotate, and it's a thunderstorm day. Alright, good. Pregnant, isn't it wonderful? It is, Haley. Ah. We need another fish name for the next child. Fish, made you a little treat this morning in the saloon. Dig in. Oh, pancakes. Alright, this can be our next fish. Need 25 wood. They want a single piece of seaweed. Now, I did walk past some seaweed that is up here. There it is. Get our resources together. $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $200. So Robin normally doesn't serve you on a Tuesday. Yeah, it's basically her day off. However, at a certain... Actually, no, I don't think it's going to work today because there's a storm. Normally, she'll walk past the bench at a little bit past 9. But because of the thunderstorm, I don't think she will leave the house. Oh, wait. Alright, it's 8 when she leaves. So right here, you can still interact with her cash register. She's close enough. All you have to do is get there quick enough. I would like to build a fish pond, please. Have a copy. We do need to pick up our watering can as it is ready today. But first I want to check it up here. 43 oak resin. Excellent. So that basically means we have 43 kegs that we get to make now. And I believe, I don't know if it's, you need to build the cinema first, or it's the final house upgrade. But after you do that, that's when you get the quest to upgrade Pam's house. We have iridium watering can. So the only other tools that we can really iridiumify is the hoe and the pickaxe. We also have the trash can. So might as well make that iron. Oh look, speaking of Pam, I guess we should take this opportunity to go to the desert. And I'll move the camera a bit to the left a bit, just so it can get better tracking. Come on, wormies. Like... frustrating. When the sunfish only wants an artifact, and you never seem to get the artifact. Oh well. Right. Iron. Alright. Upgrade. Steel trash can. Sorry. My nose is starting to run, and I don't really know why. He is still going good. Alright, what do I need for kegs? Wood, copper, iron, oak. store all of that. Completely out of copper. I mean, it's still smelting more, but... Well, it's going to be smelting iron first. Still going to the potatoes. But it is a step closer to getting here done. I kind of want to move like these lower three. So we can have 3 chests in a line, just for fruit and for wine. Right, I got 2 grapes. Did I have... Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, 24, 32. If I remember correctly, it requires fiber, stone, and clay. Yep, deluxe retaining soil. I want fiber. If I... Never thought I'd see the day I was low on fiber. This soil, or fertilizer, I believe I mentioned in the past, but I may as well repeat myself. What it does is it makes it that it'll retain water overnight, all the time. You basically never have to water ever again, as long as you don't have to replant. So regrowable plants in the greenhouse, you really don't have to worry about it anymore. That means you can get a shed and fill the shed up with a garden plot, or garden pots, and do the exact same thing. In fact, using that, you'll notice some people even create sort of a second greenhouse, but for a more niche crop. So some people do like pineapple, which sells for quite a bit, but obviously not as much as the ancient fruit or star fruit. Are there no more of the fiber plants around? I just need enough to make 1 more fertilizer. I think there are some more. There we go. thunderstorms are nice in this, as it'll allow us to get more battery packs. Which will just, you know, create the lamps and look nice. Now let me get up some beach water, which technically isn't good for crops, but oh well. So next up, recycling machine, wood, stone, iron. I'll make 10 in total. I will keep the stone and make a bunch of chests. So some areas are just kind of struggling with the amount of recycling they have to do. Add 3 here because while it isn't too far out of control, I think it needs a little bit of assistance. Down here definitely needs more because like 738 broken CDs still. Only got 3 more on me. Really isn't good. Trying to think where else would need them. I just noticed when he's holding on to something, his hands with his hat glitch out a bit. This area may need another chest. Definitely gonna need a lot more recycling machines for all the areas. Like the amount of trash they pick up is quite a bit. Nearly all of them are generating a battery. So I like Joji Cola. Could also go with more preserves jars. What do we need for them? Wood, stone, coal. Another one. This was a nice 20. Huh. It's connected. Ones down there are going fine. Maybe it's just waiting for some of these to be finished so it can tick over. Unless the mod has a limit of what it can reach, but nothing else seems to have an issue. Who knows? Day 17 of summer. Morning, Flounder. Haley. Wow. I mean, they're now registering that there's stuff in them, so perhaps I was worried over nothing. They want 10 bug meat? That is completely doable. Which one of these had my bug meat? Everything in here? There is one. I'll leave it for now. Eight battery packs. So 8 more lamps. Where do I want to put them? That's going to annoy me. There's actually one gap. But there isn't really anything I can do about it. I mean, I can move one, but... No. I don't want to. Yo, my little aminos. That's to you all. So I was playing a little bit of one of the Story of Seasons games, which is the original Harvest Moon. And I've noticed something in that they have that Stardew Valley doesn't have, and it kind of makes me feel a little sad. So in Story of Seasons, a big part of it was, as you raise your animals, they would gain hearts above their head. Pierre wants a carp. You rub on his back. Yeah, that just sounds unpleasant. I feel sorry for the carp. As I was saying, like, in Story of Seasons, they have a feature where, as you raise your animals, like, they'll gain the hearts above their head. And you can raise them up to, like, depending on the game, 5, 6, or 10 hearts for friendship. This is what Stardew Valley also has. Where Stardew Valley is, hey, we're going to give you a higher quality, like, up to Iridium quality. Story of Seasons made big eggs and golden eggs and things like that. But the bit that I liked is that they had Animal Festival. Where it's like, hey, you can show off your cow, for example. And the more it liked you, the better your chance of winning. And depending on the game, if your cow won one of these competitions, some of them would have it where it's like, oh, the cow can now produce golden milk. It's worth more. Or one of the features from one of the other games, I can't remember which one it was that did this, but this is a feature that I really like. Dairy products from your farm, including, you know, basically artisan goods like cheese and butter, and now all of a sudden worth more because your farm is award-winning. So you had more reason to enter these competitions to win. Because you wanted to get, like, obviously the most profit. If you're one of the players who would actually be able to play to, like, year 50, something I never was able to do in any of the farming games. Like, I always got to, like, year 3 at most, and that's when I stopped playing, because repetition. Yeah, it would slowly get to me. But yeah, if you're one of the players who got to like year 50, if you wanted to have a farm solely based around chickens, you could. You could make your chicken eggs worth a lot. There were things you could do to make it so much better. And it's something that I feel Stardew Valley is lacking in what you can do. So it'd be nice to be able to go, hey look, I want to do a chicken farm. You can do a chicken farm. You can, in fact, while I myself have used Automate to do like a fish farm, if you really wanted to, you could do a chicken farm. After all, we found out, what was it, last stream? Where if you really wanted to, you could put a chest next to a silo, fill up the chest, and it would auto-fill the silo for you. If you want to, you could use Automate and just have non-stop chickens all throughout the farm. In fact, you know what? When 1.6 drops, if frogs aren't a thing as like a new animal that you can grow and whatnot, if it turns out like, hey, these are things you can catch, and it turns out there is no new farm. I do believe there is a new farm, but if it turns out that no, there won't be a new farm, I will dedicate a farm to chickens. I will do the exact same as this one, where there's going to be a whole bunch of, well, instead of doing fish ponds, it's going to be the chicken coops. It's just a little unfortunate that, you know, you can't have your farms interact with each other in any way. Like, I enjoy the fact that there's Ginger Island in this, but I know you can't build on Ginger Island. And yeah, I don't think that was really a thing you could do with any other farming game. If you wanted to change up, you had to start a new game. Which is fair. But it's like, I remember... It's like before City Skylines. You know, they had, the game was just cities. And I think Cities XL, Cities 2011 or something, I don't know. And a part of that was your resources gave you tokens instead. If you produced too many workers, you were given tokens for workers, and you could trade that with the master NPC city for various things you needed. So it was like, oh, you need more power? Get power tokens, and that'll help you with your power situation. But if you owned several cities, you could have one that specialized in just power, and you could get free power from it. You would have one that focused entirely on, like, farmlands. So therefore you get... like, free crops and whatnot. Like, I say free, like, you'd still have to go to that city and manage it every so often, but... yeah, it's just a thing you could do. And it was a thing that young me really enjoyed. Of course, the City Skylines series has changed quite a bit since those days. And I believe, you know, that token feature is no longer in the game because I don't think many other people really enjoyed it. Like, it's similar to, I guess, Planet Zoo. A big thing in Planet Zoo is, like, you could have multiple zoos. And if you had a, let's say, a silverback gorilla in one, you could take that gorilla and transfer it to any one of your other zoos. But I did not want to leave it. Oh darn. So what people that you could do is they made a setup for breeding animals. And then they'd set it so it's like, oh, these animals no longer want to have children. Like a strange doll. Huh. That's interesting. So what a lot of players would do is they just go, nah, these, like, all my animals, they won't be able to have kids anymore. And then they would try to build their perfect zoo. Not worry about anything else because they have one that can breed everything. So even as the game would go, hey, look, you can get conservation points. They could get unlimited conservation points because of this. And then they go, hey, look, I don't know if this is still a thing again with Planet Zoo because I haven't played it properly in such a long time. But I remember there was a thing where it's like, they go, hey, this week it is Cheetah Week. We want players to, like in the game, breed cheetahs and then release them into the wild. And you get rewards based on how many you do. And you can see how you compared with a lot of other players around the world. The people would have these breeding farms set up purely to get highest ranking. Come on, bats. You know where I am. And what do I have to kill? 7. But no, like, I'm not, just for clarification, I'm not complaining. It's like, oh, this is what players would do. It's more, this is a thing that you can do in those games. And I guess I don't want to say goodbye to my character Fish. And there isn't really anything that says I will have to delete him when I'm done. But it's like all the work I put into it, yeah, the combined rings. I wouldn't want to get rid of those rings. But I think the only way I'd be able to keep these items and start a new farm is if I did cheat them into a new save. Which isn't really something that I want to do because, well, that just kind of ruins the fun of it all. Crystal fruit, dwarf scroll. Might as well sell the coffee beans. Winter root. I have already donated the strange doll once before. There is a different strange doll that we can find. During the night, Haley gave birth to a baby girl. Ooh, now we get to name the new baby. Oh, what do we want to name it? We have Flounder. Flounder sounds like a proper name. What it? I'm just gonna go Google. Fish names for girls. Alright, these are what names you can call a female fish. That's not what I'm looking for, Google. I'm looking for a name of a fish that you could name a child. What if I search fish names you can call? It says call your girlfriend. Alright. It's like, oh, what a popular, cool fish names. Fishy. Unique fish species names. Clownfish. Here's my daughter, Clown. I just want a nice name I could name my in-game daughter. That is also the name of a fish. You know what? Our daughters can be named Salmon. Like, oh hey, this is our daughter Sal. It's like, oh that's nice. Is Sal short for Sally? Oh, got an achievement, full house, get married and have 2 kids. Never had that achievement before. Oh, little salmon. Don't ever let me have kids. Beautiful children, come a long way, haven't we? Wow. Like, my original plan was to divorce her now and marry Krobus. But I really don't want to do that anymore. Like, it is just so weird to say that you can get attached to a fake digital person. I was like, I can't be mean anymore. This fish's wifey. You guys want 3 gold ore. Same time, I'm gonna plop those down. We're almost there. We only have 2 more fish ponds. This one here is bugging me that target trouts aren't growing more. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. got our resources required. Why, Demetrius? Ah, Robin's off to the beach. Robin, I needed you today. I mean, I get it. I've been making you build ponds non-stop. I guess you deserve a break. But like... the fish puns. At least, you know, the bat challenge is nearly done. I died on there. The stairs had to appear at the very start. Another bat. We're almost done. There we go. 6,000. You know, we haven't been giving many gifts to the dwarf. Let's give him a copy. Yeah, little bud. Sells bombs. I mean, if we ever want to get to the bottom of the skull cabin. Actually, speaking of, we should probably take the minecart. Hopefully Pam is there. Let's hope we can get that golden tablet. See some wormies. Golden relic. Oh my goodness, that took way too long. Let's go, Pam. I need to deliver this to the sunfish. Hello. And that, it was the final quest. It goes up to 10 now. I guess theirs was at 135 and that's it. Octopus is done. Tiger Trout's been in pain, but it's done, technically. Dorado, as well as the bass up here, need more. And the tilapia. So essentially this line down are the ones that, you know, require something. make 6 more chests. I doubt we're gonna need them, but again, it's just in case. You never know. Like, a lot of these are just getting quite filled up. Alright, I'll quickly auto-store everything again. Let's see, we don't need the dwarven gadget. Oop. So all the artifacts, because we have a lot of have a lot of geodes. No frozen geodes. We got magma geodes and regular geodes. $58 iron bars. It should start doing the copper because we sorted it all. Did we have anything that needed just iron and not copper? How about the recycling machines? But it's kind of like what I was saying before, like, not sure if this will be like the final stream of this. Like, we have more we can technically do. We can try to get everyone to get max friendship. We can try to cook everything. We can craft everything. Donate everything to the museum. However, like, at the moment, it's like, I'm not sure what to do. It's just become a bit of a waiting game. Wait for the fish to be ready. Give them the arm they want. Wait again. Like, what's stopping me from having my characters sleep every single day? Morning, Wappy. Big house, 2 kids, and a beautiful plot of land. Not sure what else I could ask for. Huh. Morning, Flounder. Think we clear up the monsters. Here are 10 cherry bombs. missions? Technically 1. Alright, what do you guys want? 3 acorns. Need to do that for you. One, two, three. Get our items together for Robin. I mean, Robin doesn't open up for another hour, so I guess we can check on our Tapper Farm, I guess would be the name for it. Nothing new. I always forget how long it takes for them to get more resources. Fish pond, please. And I believe we were choosing like down here. Eat our spicy eel. We'll run on over. One's probably a bit too much, but especially when we had another 150 just sitting there. There we go. Kinda wish I could move this one plant, because it'd be nice to have this stretch out. I was kind of raising an eyebrow wondering, can I just place that there? Like, it honestly looks like it goes green. Like, as if it's saying, hey, you can put this down. Essentially, at the moment, I'm just trying to make this look that little tiny bit nicer. There was in the wrong spot. Go. I can't do my fancy little pattern up here because it'll connect to everything else. And however, just fancier. Out of the way, pup. He's not going to get out of the way. I need you to go down. Alright, how are our slimes doing? Plentiful of slime. There we go. All of those. Do you think the farm is coming across or coming along quite nicely? Get those battery packs in there for now. Fine quartz, iron, and gold. We can add 2 more solar panels in. Technically could add in a few more into this little corner bit, but that will do. Dog's finally moving. Dog, keep going. There we go. Good work, dog. Oh. Hey, fish. Just want to check up on you. See if Fishy Farm is doing well. Is everything going? I know your secret, Lewis. Yeah, I know your secret. That? Then the line cut out. Can't hear a thing. Alright, well, guess I'll hang up then. Bye. Morning, Wappy. Already gave Flounder and Salmon their breakfast. They were hungry. It's like that we have a child named Salmon. But like, there was a thing in the news recently. A reporter for ABC over here in Australia wanted to test the limits of what you can name your child. So they named him like methamphetamine. And it was approved. And I know people kind of look and go, oh, why would the government approve naming a child methamphetamine? What kind of mother has a child and goes, hey, I'm going to name my child methamphetamine? Like, even if you think it's going to be knocked back, why would you even humor that thought? And I feel like at the end of the day, it's going to become a case of, oh no, they're rich enough, they can file a name change. Which, you know, feeds into the whole fines and whatnot. It's a tax on the poor, and that's it. When you're rich, it's a case of, hey, look, this is just the fee I gotta pay if I want to get away with something. It's like, as Sana says, you can't park here. Rich people don't look at that and go, oh no, I don't want to get fined. You go, oh, that's just the cost I gotta pay. It's just an expensive parking spot, and they can obviously afford it. This woman could afford to name her newborn child methamphetamine as a joke. I find it wrong, you know? I feel sorry for the child, I really do. It doesn't seem like it's gonna have a good life. Store whatever I don't need back in this chest. How's the wine going? Well, we finished one of the sets of potatoes. But I'm very much at a point in this where it's like, what do I do? When all there is for my character is wait. Like, like, even if I go, hey, let's do like the winery section for some reason. Like, it's still waiting. Waiting to build, and then waiting for that stuff to be finished. Like, waiting for Robin to finish the last of these. Waiting for the Junimos to harvest stuff for me. Waiting for the mayonnaise machines. And then waiting for the end of the year where we do our big sale. When it was end of the month, we'd sell everything in here. Which is, you know, a lot of peppers. But if they can all be turned into wine, the wine sells for 3 times the value. It's then waiting for the wine. Papa. You went to the wrong spot. Progress has been saved. Wow. Ah, she doesn't actually have anything to say to me today. It was just straight to the kiss. First up will be the red snapper. Maybe our other fish have a quest for us down here? The tilapia do. 2 sea urchins. Pretty sure we got that in the chests. I actually wonder, when I mentioned those the preserves jars not getting anything in them, I wonder if it's actually because there wasn't any roe. So I'm not seeing any regular road. Oops, wrong button. Alright, let's go visit Robin. A last visit for Pons. I mean, quite a journey, realistically, getting to this point. I wonder if this area needs another chest. Not overly, it's handling like the recycling quite well. Nice dog. Alright, these trees are all done. It's slowly making the tea. Got a lot of fruit. Chicken statue. I'll check out if we do have more battery packs. We're up to 6 now. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No one over there won't get one of these just because the ground's interrupted. None of these have battery packs in them. I mean, I highly doubt it, but worth a quick check. Again, it's like... Not really... Right, I've got the sardines, herrings, and anchovies, so I was going to throw them into their respective little fish pond things. Is it at all needed, though? There's anchovies. Green. There's only anchovies that I really need to keep a hold on to. Put them all away anyway. Sleep for another night. Day before challenge is complete. Wow. Alright. Dorado want to catfish? Maybe? They want 2 clams. I believe we can get clams just down here. You wanted this fish. The wood skip. I think if I do ever return with Automate, perhaps I will do the chicken farm. You know, just have all the chicken coops I can. There we go. The ancient fruit part is all done. Now we have any more batteries, so we can't really make any more of these. I wonder how our mushrooms are doing. I don't think we've checked them whatsoever. 198 mushrooms. Have a little look-see, see if the sappers are done. No, they aren't. I mean, if I had more sappers in here, then, you know, I'd be able to get a lot more. Wood and copper. Do need to check out Mr. Key. Because it is another Monday. There is a chance he once again may have the harder mines. Like, I can only cross my fingers and hope that he has it. He hasn't had it whatsoever before now. Need someone to reduce the lake population or someone to get 2 dozen eggs. Everyone on their way to the island. Quick, Willy, before they turn up. Let's go! Right, this area needs recyclers. I'm just gonna give it another chest or 2. It's getting filled up quite a bit. Hey, what challenges do we have? Prismatic Grange, or reach floor 100 Skull Cavern without any food or drink. Again, I just want to get the hard mode of the regular mines. Like, Stardew Valley, radioactive ore. Interesting. What's this thing? So yeah, I need to complete Danger in the Deep. And it's the mine elevator system has been reset. New dangers have emerged from the deep underground. Make it to the bottom of the mine in 1 week. If you can do that, you unlock a Shrine of Challenge on floor 120. But he never had the quest for me to do it. How am I supposed to do the quest if he doesn't want to give me the quest? It's just frustrating, you know? Little frog. Another little frog. I don't really have much of a... Well, I guess there is a reason for cutting this. Like, I could turn here into a ancient fruit farm as well, and use like the retaining, like deluxe retaining soil. I could also turn this into just like a tree farm. I guess I'll be nice to you for once, Pierre. Head on back to the mainland. But it's like the reason you'd want to make the cavern a lot harder is purely because you can get radioactive ore. And some of the recipes that you need, or that you pick up from his room, require said ore. And then kind of it, like the heavy tapper. The tapper that works twice as fast, but it needs the radioactive ingots. And I kind of get the feeling that when Concerned 8 releases 1.6, that's going to be a major thing that you're going to need. Do the usual, store everything. Whatever I don't need, I can sell. Sleep for the night. Day 23. Mwah. With this day, final fish. Fish goes in, and with that, we now have every single fish in a fish pond within the game. I have no clue how many other people have ever done this. Achievement complete. That's all I can really say about it. Year 3, summer 23. They wanted bat wings. But we're making so much roe from all of this. Or the aged roe. Like these top chests are now... Actually, no, this one has a couple aged roe now. Although... oh, that one's not moving, which means... they all finished during the night, basically. And then they got the new row put in. We got our ostriches. Dinosaurs. A single duck, rabbit, void chicken, and regular chicken. Little spice farm, making our hot peppers. It's just interesting to see how far this farm has come, you know? But the challenge we set out for is now complete. I'm not too sure how many that is. I'm gonna say, I think it was like 66 fish ponds that we made. We've got somewhere between 2,000 to 3,000 crab pots. Wood, copper, iron. Our basic potatoes are done. We're on to our fruit. Just waiting on more copper and iron to be smelted, basically. Well, kinda out of copper. Plenty of iron, though. Let's do a count, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. 59 fish ponds. I am actually quite amazed by it all. The fact that the only, I want to say like scuffed ponds we had to do is the red mullet, red snapper, which doesn't look too bad where they are. And also the 3 down the very bottom. Just because their placement is a bit off. Easy way to put it. But I think it also works just how it's done. Crab pots are still working, max efficiency. If I could, I would move the super cucumber down here, just so the 4 different colored ones will be together. That means also moving a few of the other ones around. So initially I was trying to keep some uniform to it all. I think like the only real difference I would do here is maybe a few more preserves jars. That's it. Like, we don't need a lot more. In fact, this is probably more than enough. But, you know, it's better to have too many than too few. Alright, we already used all of our batteries. It's fine. I'm also just kind of waiting around because I want to see how it all looks at night. Having all of these lit up. And unfortunately, the game doesn't really have a mechanic to speed up time. You can slow down time, funnily enough, if you go into the Skull Cavern in single player, time does slow down. Harvest these. I never got to really sell ancient fruit. I really want to see how much they sell for. Clean up the farm just a little tiny bit. Just because, well, I kind of want to get a screenshot of the farm. Like, wow, check it out. I believe what you do is you go into options at the very bottom. Screenshot. And that'll screenshot the entire map that you're currently on. It will unfortunately have this little bit of grass, but not everything can be perfect. I like how I'm storing the seaweed. I don't need the seaweed anymore. But to me, this looks quite pretty how it's lit up. There's a lot of people who say that these lamps look ugly and whatnot, but I like how they look. I think the farm has definitely come a long way. And from when we first started. I mean, Fish's journey. Really think about it. A literal fish out of water. On the farm that everyone says is the absolute worst to play on. Because you only get a small patch that can have sprinklers. And despite that, we've been able to make all of this. We've kept everything nice and uniform. I do believe in my initial prototype, like images, right down here, all these were meant to be pushed across by 2. But then this one wouldn't fit in front of the cave. This one here wouldn't fit. Same with the snail down here. They would not want to fit in here whatsoever. We've made do quite well. Okay, so Ancient Fruit do stuff quite a bit. But I think I might wrap up the stream here, in all honesty. I know we usually play until the end of the 2-week period. They're like, oh, that needs honey, and that just needs seeds. But now that the goal is kind of complete, all that's really going to happen is just sleep. I mean, I might as well sleep those days and then finish the stream. Okay, they're all happy. Little bluefish, I can put 2 more in, which I believe we've got at the very top where the honey was. Oh, we only had one. Well, one is better than none. I'll buy up a lot of wheat. Please be going to the front counter. Thank you. I think that's the only thing that would put me off the chicken farm is the amount of hay that you would have to go through. I'll help them out. Have to make sure to give Flounder a lot of attention in the way of salmon. Don't want any jealousy between them. Huh. Haley's a good mother. And does any of the fishies have a quest for us? Two of them do. Alright, let's see what they would like. These ones want 2 of these items over here. They want maple syrup. Alright, I'll grab you 1 maple syrup and then sacrifice you. Thankfully, this over here has been getting us some. Not a lot. But 241 hardwood. I'm trying to think where that came from. There we go. The fish have been cannibalized. Stormy day, which means the battery packs will be being made. Alright, any fish have quests again? One does. What would you guys like? Maple syrup. I am sensing a bit of a trend. And here we go. 1 maple syrup for the fish. They'll be quite happy. My animals have plenty of food. Winery's still going. And if I had more copper, then I would, you know, try to fill that out. First, quickly check the battery packs. I ended up with 4. And there's a couple more that are technically charging. Down here with quest? No, there aren't. Here we go. How about the Junmos again? There's like one thing you may notice me do as well is I'll just, whenever I'm harvesting stuff, I'm running my mouse over it because I'm holding down right click. And as long as there's something is in range, it skips the animation. Assuming like the animation's already played. So rather than having to pick things up one at a time, this just speeds it up a little. Go. Plenty in there. Just got 1 battery pack from one of the fish. Not sure which one ate a battery pack, but appreciate it. Looks like all you need is 6 chests for this to work. A little salmon. I mean, this smells good, doesn't it? Made your breakfast. You're busy with your work, so I'm here to support you in any way I can. Never really eaten one of her breakfasts. Dear fish, time around 10 PM, a very beautiful event will occur. Moonlight jellies. I feel I'm good on that. Truth be told. Need one fish quest. They want 2 aquamarine. I may not actually have any aquamarine. Oh, I guess I sold it all. Oh. Oh, I might go to the mine and try and get it there. I mean, granted, I don't really know what laws it appears on. I wonder. Collections. Just says we found 43 in total. I believe we mainly found it higher up in the mines. I remember seeing blue, and I kept thinking... Well, give me a quick moment. I'll be back in a moment. Just barely needs me for a quick moment. I'll go to the Be Right Back screen. Give nudes now. I'm gonna put pictures of my nude on Twitter. Also, Nato gave me a healthy hydrate, so I'll do that now.
Oh, good. I cannot find you at all for the life of me. And I literally just checked all the gens.
I'm sorry, you're saying I cannot find you for the life of me, and you ran straight in front of me.
Oh my god, I see, this is why I'm not a good killer. I see 2 other survivors and
Brown, but I don't want to be known as Nick's temporal. That's wrong. Those Doritos are making me very hungry. Can you drop down a couple more? Oh. Thank you. These were delicious. Yes, keep doing that. Thank you. That That's what I wanted. Try and kill the mimic for me. Which I believe makes modding. It just fell. Right. How about you're already in a relationship with another girl? I'm counting on you.
Yep, counting on you. So, let's have some steak.
The best reaction to getting friend zoned right there. It's like, hey, I'm sorry, Chie. I like you as a friend. It's like, oh, no, it's okay, it's okay. Do you want to go get some steak, though? Oh, we can have some good meals. Want some food, right? Take note, everyone. G-H-O-T-I. Pronounced fish. Apologies for that. No, I was asked by family because apparently there was a smell of burnt plastic. There was a concern, oh, what if it's your office? Because this smell was smelt the other day. But to me, the entire backyard is smelling like it. And the only time I smelt it in here is after I'd opened the door. And, you know, a huge amount of fresh air wafts in. But it doesn't look like it's for in here. If it was, you know, things like the lights might be flickering, the computer may be disconnecting, any number of things. Because that isn't happening, it leads me to believe it isn't in here and it's just someone nearby is burning, I don't know, a tire or something. But I appreciate the fact that family were concerned about me enough to check in on me like that. Apologies for having to banish for it, but it is what it is. When safety comes into play, it's best to be safe than sorry. There's an emerald. Floor 30. I was kind of hoping the aquamarine would have appeared by now. Not gonna lie. The fact that we need two of them, kind of concerning. Come on down. We're never gonna need a new chill game to play on Sunday. Or sorry, Saturdays. I have no clue what that chill game could possibly be. Head on back. Sorry, I keep smelling this weird smell in the air now. It's making me think, what if it isn't here? But I also know it isn't. Because, you know, nothing in here is emitting smoke. Do a quick check of these again, see if they have an aquamarine. I know I checked and there wasn't, but I kinda just want to check again just in case. I think overall this farm's done pretty well. Train is passing the valley. Yeah, I wonder if we can actually make it. Just check out the train. Yeah. Apologies. Feeling sleepy. Rock and iron. Two materials we have plenty of. Oh, and copper. A happy looking dinosaur. And fish! It's me. Goodbye, train. Also, I just noticed. Zoom right. There's a little bird's nest on the top of the tunnel. Curious little spot for it. There we go. This feels like a much better resolution to me. Store what I can. And again, and again. Did I get a skull? Well, it's the only thing I'm selling. Hey, Lewis is gonna have a bit of a surprise. Pretty sure one of these had a battery pack. One left. I should have moved these over by additional one. I could do another two. Oh well. go. More of the area is now lit up. Last one I put down. We don't want it there. Want it there so that way our house gets more evenly lit. There's 3 spaces to the left, 3 spaces to the right. Yeah, that'll probably be all. Really. We've done our goal. We got all the fish ponds. And it's kind of what I was saying earlier. Entering the point of just your character sleeps every single day. Even without the automation mod, we would hit this point of just sleep. Like, I see so many other people where it's like, oh, the main strategy is, you know, you create the winery. It's every 3 days. Alright, put more. Then refill up the kegs, go back to sleep. Next, like, sleep 3 days. Empty the kegs, put in more. And it was like, that becomes what a lot of people do towards their end game. And I know some people say, oh, but there's always something in doing this. There is, but there also isn't. Eventually the grind does vanish. I feel like all of our crab pots are still there for this. Wow, jellyfish. There's the baby jellies. Oh, so small. And the weird green one with a different shaped body and head. And then the edge of the map. Hello, Hungry Kobold. How you doing? Summon a plague on my farm. Well, Hungry Kobold, 2 things. Number 1, like, we usually just do 2 in-game weeks at a time, and this just finished up the 2 in-game weeks. Secondly, I've kind of finished my goal of the farm. I have fish ponds for every single fish in the game. Not only that, I have close to 3,000 crab pots placed. is our character Fish here has achieved his life goal, having a fish farm with a wife and 2 kids. And he sold a weird skull. There's now the first. All of our plants are dead. At this point, there are a couple more fish quests, like 2 earth gems, crystals, 2 mushrooms. But yeah, everything's kind of done. Fish accomplished his life goal of all the fish ponds. Plague shall come eventually. And I got a green pond, and a purple pond, and a red pond. And a very pale purple pond. Are these not plagues already? Oh, and this is my pet dog. I named him Dog. That's right there, Dog. I got all the fruit trees, ancient fruit growing. Name my cat Dog. I feel like I should rewatch Cat Dog. And I have some semblance of a winery going. The only thing stopping me is copper. If I had more copper, it'd be easier. But yeah, should 100% wrap up. Like I was saying before, like wide awake, yeah, I should sleep. I mean, up to you when you sleep. Also, happy birthday for the other day. Yesterday. Hope you had a good day. I was saying before, I was called outside because there was a weird smell, sort of like burning plastic or burning rubber. And I'm still smelling it. So even if I wanted to continue streaming, I'd have to probably stop and make sure everything's fine. Have a D&D game in 13 hours. Oh, that's 8 hours sleep plus 5 additional hours. You'll be fine. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Well, I mean, 1 hour to get up, get ready, eat breakfast. So, 8 hours sleep, 1 hour preparation to get there and whatnot. And then 4 hours sleep. But if you need to make a new character in D&D, may I recommend Fish? G-H-O-T-I. Fish. Normal amount of sleep is 12 hours, my goodness. I wish I got to sleep for that long. Last night I slept for 4 hours. Yes. Fish. I recommend naming your character Fish, by the way, if that isn't obvious. I wonder what these 2 hidden items are. Gotta sell all the bars and all the other items, but... yeah. Already have a character in case your dragon dies. Well, in case your backup dies. Fish. Interesting to see. It actually keeps all the letters. Two, three, four. I only got Willy up one more. Wait, I would have got an achievement. Oh well. I got characters of Spider, and if they die, I already have a backup for them. How many backups do you have? I mean, eventually you're gonna have to get to fish. Master Fisherman. I don't know what their skills would be. Over 100 characters created. Goodness, man. That's a lot of characters. But yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap up here. Like, this smells a bit worrisome. Nothing in here is flickering, there's no smoke or anything, so I doubt it's in here. I'm pretty sure my window's open. The smell would be coming in. But, all the same, it is worrisome. There's smell of something burning. Stretch my neck out. $269 characters created, soon to be 270, so I thought of one brandly for a reference stream. Well, in case 270 characters die, the 271st could be fish. Just saying. Yeah, I will have to wrap up here. Just, everything's kind of concerning me. I know it's a lot shorter stream than I normally do, which I apologize for. Unfortunately, it gets to a point with Stardew where it is just your character sleeping every single day and that's it. $269th character is a character based off Sporticus from Lazy Kid. Not Robbie Rotten. You know, I heard he was number one. Number one. But we have to find a new game to play next Sunday as a chill game. By the way, it's a thing that I always forget to share before it's too late. I have a link tree. You can find my Discord, my Twitter, my TikToks, my Tic-Tacs, my Tic-Tac-Toes. Probably not my toes. But you can find every single way to possibly find me there. Barring, of course, a home address. You will not get the home address. But feel free to join the Discord server and follow me. It makes me happy. Okay, thank you all so much for coming on by. I really do appreciate it. We will be raiding Zeke the Human, the fellow Aussie VTuber. Currently playing the Callisto Protocol. I'm guessing based on the screenshot, horror game? Robbie Rodden is 268th. But he's not number 1. Sad. But you have a fantastic day too, Hungry Kobold. Thank you so much for that. Okay, I do appreciate each and every one of you coming on by. Hope you enjoy your day, evening, nights. Do take care of yourselves. Do appreciate you all. Yeah, bye for now.